Hey everybody, it's Danielle and welcome to this Saturday shorty on Sunday. I do apologize for the delay. We went to the Penguins game for it was Miranda's Christmas present from Santa Claus. And then we went out to eat and we didn't get home till very, very late. So I do apologize about the delay, but I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit. I asked what you wanted to be trained on for this Saturday shorty, and people wanted quick tips to jumpstart their business. So here we go. They are quick tips to jumpstart their business. I'm not going to get into too much detail on each and every one of them, simply because this is a Saturday shorty and not a Saturday longie. Okay? So for the first thing I want to tell you guys, and first thing is first, is I want you to make sure you get to know your back office. Go in there, play around. You can't really break it. Learn how to create a party. Learn the difference between a blend bash and a bash box and a regular party. Just go in there and play the difference. Definitely some tools that will really help you are our Zebra Academy and also your resources. Those are huge. They have a lot of trainings, a lot of information on them as well. So make sure you definitely get in there and start digging around, finding out a little bit about Pink Zebra, a little bit what makes us so amazing, different things along those lines. Because I'm sure you guys are like, well, we're already amazing. We smell amazing. Well, yeah, but what else makes you amazing? So the number one thing I would definitely tell you is go in your back office, go into Zebra Academy, play in there, and also play around in your resources. There is facts and, FAQs, facts that answers questions. There's, our consultant manual. Oh, thank you. There is, good morning, by the way, guys. There is, our images that people can use and understanding about how to use and when to use our independent consultant logo, different things along those lines. So number one thing I want to tell you guys, I slept really well last night too, is to please make sure you go in your back office and you play around, okay? Play around, learn a little bit more about your back office, feel comfortable in your back office. You can't really break it, so just that is number one. Number two, when you go in your back office, I want you to create a party. I want you to create a regular party, not a blend bash party, as yourself. Okay, so you're going to learn how to create a party as yourself, like you as the host, and learn how to get that party link. Okay, and that way you have this, so when people are like, oh my goodness, you just joined Pink Zebra, thanks, instead of giving them your website, you give them a party link, and orders go under there, and it's going to help you reach your quick start and goals. I still have party links to this day for myself, so I can get free and half off items. That's how I build up some of my stock. That's how I, build up stuff for vendor events and different things along those lines. So definitely, make sure that you have a open party at all times under your name, and close it out each month, because you want to get those extra little, goodies. Okay. Next up is have a launch party. Now, my number one suggestion is to have your launch party within the first 2 weeks of you joining Pink Zebra. So if you guys join Pink Zebra on this crazy deal or anything along those lines, I would suggest having your launch party no later than next Saturday or Sunday. Okay, within 2 weeks. Pink Zebra is great. They kick those star kits out pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure most people who joined on either on Monday or Tuesday already have their kits, or most of them do, or they're already shipping out to them. So please, 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 anything possible, please make sure that you get your yourself rolling and you host an in-home party. Okay, now you are going to get a blend bash to start. And here's the one big deal about the blend bash. You're not making a necessarily commission for your sales volume on a blend bash if you have people coming in there mixing the things. They can. It's great and it helps. I personally recommend taking that blend bash and utilizing some of the cartons for samples. Getting samples out in people's hands are huge. All I do is I take about a half a scoop full of sprinkles and I put a label on there. Now, some people just write with a Sharpie. Mine, I just kind of got fancy. I have gone fancy with it. I put my label, my information on there. And these are huge. Samples are huge. They're great to give to people before parties, at and the grocery line, different things along those lines. So having samples are huge. I keep mine in like a little baggie. I know there's that Jessica showed that like really cool little container. And that is the biggest thing I would tell you to do, is make sure you have utilize the sample. So have a party, and yes, maybe let people blend a little bit, but make sure you're getting other orders from that blend bash. So it helps go towards your quick start goal. So have an in-home party within 2 weeks of you joining Pink Zebra. So like I said, by next weekend, you should all have your in-home party. I would also then recommend within a week after that, have a Facebook party. Do not have your Facebook party prior to your home party unless like circumstances are crazy or whatever it is. But I recommend having a home party first and then having a Facebook party, because you don't want people to be like, I'm not coming to your home party because you just had a Facebook party, because people don't want to have to go out. And don't tell them you're going to have a Facebook party either. That's another thing. So try to have your your launch party, your home party, and then try to have a Facebook party too, for those people who could not make it, for those people who live far away, whatever it might be. Now, if your sponsor is not local to you, I still recommend you still having a home party. It is very important that people come in and start smelling those sprinkles and seeing them. You get all the scents, all the recipes. So having a home party is huge. There's plenty of YouTube videos on there. You can reach out to them, ask them some questions and tips about having a home party. I definitely recommend it. And hopefully your sponsor will be able to help you have a Facebook party as well, just because you want to, like I said, touch base with those people who are not necessarily close to you or whatnot. They might be having those parties. So the next thing I want to tell you guys is definitely make samples. That I don't use the samples from the little bags that Pink Zebra gives us, because I use those for my home parties for people to smell. I make samples from cartons. If you don't like the cartons that you got from Pink Zebra in your starter kit, that's fine. That actually might be a better idea to use those cartons. If you absolutely love something, like you absolutely love like old-fashioned donut or whatever it is, order it online and then get a carton of it to help make some samples, which is going to be huge. And again, I just use a little baggie and I put a label on there. I used to handwrite them. I have the ugliest handwriting ever, so I just got a label from Vistaprint, or not Vistaprint, I'm sorry, Avery Labels. I made a template. I literally do find and replace every time I change my sample. I find whatever last word it was and I hit replace with whatever the new word is. It's super simple and easy. I bust through these super quickly. You get 30 samples out of a sheet. See? Boom. Alrighty. So I have the ugliest handwriting, so I'd rather print them. Now I know some people have printer issues. It is what it is. Find out what works for you. I have a really great printer, so I'm really lucky about that. So I just bust through those samples. But get those samples out and start giving them to people everywhere you go. At the grocery store, at the checkout line, at, when you go out to eat, whatever it is. Just tell them, hey, listen, I am so super excited. I have Pink Zebra here. Share them on your Facebook page. You probably just joined Pink Zebra and you're like, I'm so excited, I just joined Pink Zebra. And people are like, well, what is it? And you're like, it's Home Fragrances, and just like send them your website link. Instead saying, hey guys, it is Home Fragrances. We specialize in soft soy beads called sprinkles. You can mix and match them. It's super exciting. We have a liquid line. But let me send you a sample of our fragrances. Send in that sample is huge. That's going to get people hooked. Now, I normally put about 3 samples. And again, they're not that thick, in one of our purse brochures. And I use a butterfly stamp and I put them in the mail and I don't have many issues. So that's how I recommend sending out your samples if you mail them out. Now, most of you guys, again, got your kit or already have gotten your kit. I definitely suggest going live and showing an unboxing of your kit. Or if you don't show a live unboxing of your kit, at least definitely show live photos of your kit. People want to see that kit. They want to be excited. They want to be energetic. They want to be ready. They want to see what you're doing. Okay? My next tip for you is to get a list of 100 people or your Frank's list, whichever you choose. I like 100 people. Some people like Frank's list. Frank's list is friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids, friends, something like that. Kids, friends, parents. There we go. I don't like the word remember Frank, and when I first joined, I didn't have a kid, so I didn't have kids, friends, parents. I really didn't have any neighbors either, so I had to make up my own list. Like I did church women, and I did my husband's coworkers. Like I did different things along those lines to make my list a little bit bigger. So that's why I definitely recommend for you guys too. That's why I rolled over to doing just the 100 list. I like it a lot more. I just write down 100 names. I start struggling. I look through Facebook. I look through, try to think of some of those people that are on the Frank list that I might have forgotten. I go that way. Having that list of 100 people, you should never run out of names. I keep in mind in my planner, which I'd also recommend you having a planner. I keep mine in my planner so I kind of keep my names rolling. So, as for instance, someone joins my team who's on my list, because they are a great customer or a host or whatever. I had to replace them with somebody new. So I always make sure that list is ever running. So I always keep that with me. The next thing I want to tell you guys to do is try to get 6 parties in 6 weeks. And I know you're like, what? I just joined. You want me to have parties? Well, yes, we have our quick start goals, right? And our quick start goals is $500 in your first 30 days, and that's not your 30 days from when you got your kit. It's 30 days from when you joined. And then you have $1,000 in your next 30 days, and then $1,000 in your third 30 days. Okay, so 6 parties in 6 weeks should help you get there. If not, actually help jumpstart you and actually have you hit your third quick start prior to the end of your 30 days. Your first 60 days, you might hit all 3 within 60 days. 3 parties in 6 weeks. 6 parties in 6 weeks. So one of them is your launch party, right? Boom. One of them is your launch party. The next few is what Lindsay told me would be pity parties, and I honestly laughed because I really didn't have any of those, but I was one of hers when she first joined Pink Zebra. So those are like the people you're going to, like your go-to people, your best friend, or your sister or your mother or your mother-in-law, someone along those lines. Okay, now here's the funny part. When I first joined Pink Zebra, I did not have that. I was thankful, and I was able to still hit my all 3 quick starts within 6 weeks. But I had a really killer launch party, and my husband was amazing and took a party to go with him to work. So I had my mother-in-law have a party for me. Now that in my 6.5 years of Pink Zebra has been the only party my mother-in-law has had for me. So just thought there. And one of my friends from college had a party for me. That's it. And then I had my launch party. So it's definitely doable without the 6 parties, but it's a great habit to get into. And I wish I had that in the first place. Now I bust out, at least a party a week in my life. But I wish I would have had that habit to start from, because it was so much harder for me to start building my way up to having so many parties. I was not the crazy partier then that I am now. So just a thought process regarding that. So if you just get into the habit now of having parties, that will help you keep yourself on track on goals and everything along those lines. So definitely make sure you get to know and play around in your back office. That is huge. I definitely recommend having a launch party on both in-home and Facebook, and your launch party for in-home should be first, your Facebook party should be next. I also recommend always having samples on you. Start passing them out, share them wherever you go, share them with everybody that you know. Even posting on your Facebook when you make your samples. Hey, I got some samples for Pink Zebra. I'm really excited to share my new business with you. Who wants to try a sample? 100 people or your friends list is definitely going to be huge as well. You want to have that name list flowing, and that's going to be a huge way to help jumpstart your business. And then try to get that 6 parties in 6 weeks. The biggest thing I can tell you in my wording for parties is, hey, Nicole, I just wanted to message you. I just joined Pink Zebra. I'm really excited about my new business and my business opportunity. I'm really excited to jumpstart my business. Would you be able to help me and be one of my first 6 parties with Pink Zebra? What do you say? And most of the time, if you ask them, will you help me? They say yes. So that's always my biggest tip for you is, will you help me? Don't just post on Facebook, I need to have parties. You need to personally message them, and that's where that 100 people list comes from. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry for the delay. I will talk to you all soon. Thanks. Bye.